Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Saturday, April 10th, at 8:25 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 705 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Has Albertsons stopped selling coconut milk targeted by PETA? The grocer isn't saying. Saudi Arabia says it executes 3 soldiers for high treason. Corporations don't like voter suppression, so McConnell wants them out of politics. Seriously? A disgruntled ex-employee left a trail of destruction in a Walmart store when he drove his car through the front doors and up the aisles. St. Vincent volcano, explosive sulfur eruption sparks mass evacuation. Trump addresses GOP as power to shape national debate wanes. Alibaba fined $2.8 billion on competition charge in China. DeSantis-backed anti-riot bill heads to Senate floor after heated, lengthy debate. Russia, China team up to peddle insane U.S. COVID lab theory. Bernie Sanders expresses serious concerns over Biden proposal for modest increase in Pentagon spending. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Dustin Johnson and Rory McIlroy among those to miscut at Masters, The Guardian. Explainer, what is behind the latest unrest in Ireland, London, The Associated Press. Prince Philip gets last wish of dying at home, source, Fox News. Proud Boys and other far-right groups raise millions via Christian funding site, The Guardian. DMX to be honored in hometown, Yonkers mayor suggests raceway for memorial, TMZ. Trump addresses GOP as power to shape national debate wanes, Associated Press. Semper coronavirus, almost 40% of Marines are declining COVID-19 vaccine, New York Post. 19 people sentenced to death by Myanmar military, CNN. Padres Joe Musgrove throws first no-hitter in franchise history versus Rangers, Bleacher Report. Brain of former NFL players suspected in mass shooting to be examined for CTE. The Hill. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Fox News latest freakout gets the treatment in Daily Show spoof. Goodbye, my beloved, Prince Philip remembered on newspaper covers worldwide. GOP Rep Lauren Boebert's cell phones with destroying our freedoms Twitter rant. Conservative columnist has damning questions for Fox News bosses about Carlson. Don Lemon slams Tucker Carlson, mainstreaming of white supremacist propaganda. Yippee, Trump officials gloated after they manipulated CDC reports and advice. On Trump turf, Gates vows to fight sex trafficking allegations. Anti-Defamation League calls for Tucker Carlson's firing over white supremacist rant. Coroner to test brain of ex-NFL player who killed himself after SC mass shooting. Whoopi Goldberg offers NSFW suggestion for Sunny Hostin over Bridgerton upset. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. 91-year-old woman collecting 1 million pop tabs. 3 people survive small plane crash. Family sues insurance company over repair coverage. Facebook, rental car data to ID homicide suspect. Police investigating attack on postal employee. Chalk messages brighten neighbor's daily commute. 5-year-old child accidentally shot, killed by child. Suspect crashes into home in police chase, 1 hurt. Muslim community needs vaccines before Ramadan. 112-year-old woman and her 92-year-old son get vaccinated. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. As UK mourns Prince Philip, some hope royals' rift will heal. Royal rivalry bears social tensions behind Jordan's stable veneer. A teacher marched to the Capitol. When she got home, the fight began. Could Ron DeSantis beat Trump's GOP heir? He's certainly trying. Michigan's virus cases are out of control, putting Governor Gretchen Whitmer in a bind. Why buy a yacht when you can buy a newspaper? A tremendous complication, GOP dances around Trump's lingering presence. This heroin-using professor wants to change how we think about drugs. Inside the fight for the future of the Wall Street Journal. Alibaba faces $2.8 billion fine from Chinese regulators. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Trump flag violates Minnesota city ordinance, but business owner willing to pay fines, go to jail. James Carville calls defund the police a terrible drag on Democratic Party. Prince Philip gets last wish of dying at home, source. Cuomo's New York tough slogan seems mocked as NY touch in light display. Prince Philip's last days, a blanket on his lap, the sun on his face, the Queen at his side. Ted Cruz mocks John Boehner's drunken, blood-bearded scorn. San Francisco family seeks 3 nannies, offers $100K salary each. Britney Spears sends birthday wishes to sister Jamie Lynn, I wish I was as strong as you. After Sharon Osbourne exit, the talk returning Monday with discussion about race and healing. Marcia Gay Harden implies Judi Dench seemingly wasn't so happy when she won an Oscar in 2001. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Saturday, April 10th. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Stimulus check update, should you expect a fourth relief payment? I thought The Big Bang Theory was a game show, Mayim Bialik on playing Amy Farrah Fowler. CDC releases new guidance for cruise lines, industry hopes to set sail by mid-July. Tiffany Haddish and Lily Singh come on down to The Price is Right at night. I hope people think beyond themselves, as stadiums welcome back crowds, expert says fans must respect new rules. Business owner with huge Trump 2020 feet flag prepared to go to jail for violating local city rules. Simple, pragmatic steps that can save lives, stand with Parkland applaud President Biden's new gun safety measures. Watch the Derek Chauvin trial live. USWNT's Megan Rapinoe, Warriors Draymond Green showed your whole A with comments on women's sports. Help is on the way, Governor Ron DeSantis to sue feds, CDC to reopen cruise ship industry. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Is a Jaffa Cake a biscuit? Physicist uses AI to solve debate. Defiant mourners continue to travel to Buckingham Palace to pay respects to Prince Philip. 10-day mandatory COVID quarantine could be slashed in half if people are tested daily, Sage says. Jan Moyer, Prince Philip's death was hardly unexpected, but when the news came we felt a jolt of loss. Maya Jama drives past Buckingham Palace hours after Prince Philip's death was announced. Prince Philip's lifetime of laughter and lasting love in pictures. Prince Philip dies, gun salute to Prince Philip from his beloved Royal Navy. Archbishop of Canterbury praises Prince Philip as an outstanding example of Christian service. Female sports stars are sent unsolicited images of male genitalia on a daily basis. Woman sparks debate over whether wearing makeup is a form of catfishing. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. United Arab Emirates named 2 new astronauts, including woman. Chadian president seeks 6th term after 30 years in power. Explainer, what is behind the latest unrest in Ireland? Saudi Arabia says it executes 3 soldiers for high treason. Underwater quake shakes Indonesia's Java, no tsunami warning. On Ukraine's doorstep, Russia boosts military and sends message of regional clout to Biden. Royal turmoil has Jordanians buzzing even as government tries to silence them. The US and British right to ramp up the war on wokeness. COVID-19 live updates, US cases involving Brazil variant on the rise, according to CDC data. Greta Thunberg to boycott UN climate conference over vaccine inequality. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. Coronavirus live news, India's cases surging as deadly second wave spreads. How an arcane budget provision could let Democrats advance their agenda. Prince Philip, gun salutes planned across UK in tribute to Duke of Edinburgh. Harry could face quarantine to attend Prince Philip's funeral. He was her king, what the papers say after Prince Philip's death. Proud Boys and other far-right groups raise millions via Christian funding site. Bolsonaro's genocidal COVID response has led to Brazilian catastrophe, Dilma Rousseff says. The Republican podcast taking a shot at making conservatism cool. Riz Ahmed, I am happiest when feeling challenged or overwhelmed. A rich New York playboy with a famous surname, what if JFK Jr. had lived, Hadley Freeman. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Senate filibusters racist past fuels arguments for its end. 2 in critical condition after Texas office shooting, man killed identified, latest. Duke University to require COVID vaccinations for fall term. Britain's Prince Philip dies at age 99. More than 30 million people on alert for severe weather. Senior Biden official overseeing border stepping down at end of month. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Prince Philip, world leaders and royals send heartfelt sympathy. Prince Philip, Biden, Ardern and other world leaders pay tribute to Duke of Edinburgh. Coronavirus, WHO chief criticizes shocking global vaccine divide. From Porky to Goalie, Peru's presidential candidates. South African artists struggle with COVID theater closures. DMX, American rapper and actor, dies aged 50. Myanmar citizens flee to India to escape violence. Derek Chauvin trial, police restraint killed George Floyd, expert says. Amazon defeats historic Alabama union effort. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Why did 45 million grasshoppers swarm Las Vegas in 2019? Bright lights weren't the only factor. They both led Haiti on parallel journeys, but arbitrary enforcement at Texas border led to remarkably different fates. These vaccine ferries are helping people in need get their COVID-19 shots. Duke joins other colleges in requiring student vaccinations. Alabama, Utah lift mask mandates. Latest COVID-19 updates. Royals expert on death of Prince Philip. Today in history for April 10th. U.S. Rep Gates vows to fight unmet ethics probe. Texas workplace shooting, father of 2 dead, multiple others shot, including state trooper, suspect charged with murder. Pfizer asks FDA to okay its vaccine for kids ages 12-15, Coney Island's famed amusement parks reopen, latest COVID-19 updates. NFL player in South Carolina mass shooting will be tested for CTE. Lone survivor has critical injuries. What we know. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Magnitude 3.0 earthquake recorded in Yucca Valley, California. Mobile clinic to bring COVID-19 vaccine to Central American indigenous LA residents. Man is shot by LA County Sheriff's deputies in unincorporated Whittier. Man indicted in string of Trader Joe's robberies across Southern California. Female trio in Inland Empire charged with fraud over $1.2 million in COVID benefits to inmates. 4 extremist Grizzly Scouts indicted on charges of obstructing federal probe into deadly shootings. California Justice Department charges Los Angeles Police Department officer in illegal gambling operation. 2 more reports find fault in Los Angeles Police Department's handling of summer protests. Lawsuit alleges Orange County DA sabotaged Robichaux sexual assault case. New San Bernardino County app can help crack down on illegal fireworks. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Saturday, April 10th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Ukraine says it could be provoked by Russian aggression in conflict area. Having no executions for 3 decades, Myanmar military sentences 19 to death in first such move since coup. Norway Prime Minister fined 1,715 for breaking coronavirus rules with birthday party. The police have said that would not have issued a fine in most such cases, but given the fact that Prime Minister has been at the forefront of the government's work to impose restrictions, they are simply following. Palestinian teen loses his eye after being shot by Israeli forces in occupied West Bank. Undercover footage shows gratuitous cruelty at Spanish animal testing facility. U.S. Navy sails in Indian exclusive economic zone, asserts it is right, India's claim wrong. Duterte silent over Chinese Navy harassment of Filipino news crew in West Philippine Sea. China regulators fine Alibaba $2.75 billion for anti-monopoly violations. Greek reporter shot dead in execution-style murder. Undercover footage shows gratuitous cruelty at Madrid's animal testing facility. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un compares economic woes to 1990s famine. Myanmar UN envoy urges no-fly zone as many protesters killed. At least 60 civilians reported killed overnight and early Saturday in Bago division outside Yangon as security forces dismantle barricade. Nazi atrocities at Stalingrad revealed in declassified documents. U.S. issues guidelines to deepen relations with Taiwan. U.S. to send 2 warships to Black Sea, Russia voices concerns. The next headlines are from Forbes. Volkswagen ID4 could be the most important F in Europe yet. El Clasico, FC Barcelona vs Real Madrid preview, team news and lineup. Jack Ma's Liberal hit with $2.8 billion fine for abusing its dominant market position. Even with all the roadblocks in her path, she got accepted to medical school and created a non-profit to help remove barriers to education. WWE WrestleMania SmackDown results, winners, news and notes on April 9, 2021. Royalty reigns with Coming to America and The Crown topping Nielsen ratings. I'm not going anywhere, Gates vows to keep fighting despite Department of Justice investigation. 49ers could add another dimension to offense with aggressive move in NFL draft for Kadarius Toney. Cellar 503 brings popular Pour Oregon wine tasting event right to your home. Apple is refusing to send an exec to testify at a Senate hearing, and senators aren't having it. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Biden pursues giant boost for science spending. How could a COVID vaccine cause blood clots? Scientists race to investigate. Coronapod, one whistleblower's quest to take politics out of coronavirus surveillance. Want fresh results? Analysis of thousands of papers suggests trying new teammates. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,697,745,134 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Olympic fined $2.8 billion by China in monopolies probe. Variety wins 20 awards, including Best Entertainment Website, at National Arts and Entertainment Journalism Awards. Stars partners with Odd to create inclusive directing opportunities. How Taylor Swift's Fearless, Taylor's version, fared on streaming platforms its first day out. China's Douban censors the Oscars from its platform. Lana Condor, Sherry Cola and more discuss anti-Asian racism at ICM Town Hall. Kung Fu composer Sherry Chung on breaking ground for Asian American representation. Sound of Metal, Lovecraft Country teams to be honored at Variety Entertainment Marketing Breakfast. Prince Philip, BBC sets up complaints line for too much TV coverage of Duke's death. Celebrate National Gin and Tonic Day with Snoop Dogg's Strawberry Cocktail. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Newly discovered dinosaur was top carnivorous predator in Argentina. Supreme Court rules for worshippers and against California COVID restrictions. After data breach exposes 530 million, Facebook says it will not notify users. Coronavirus vaccine FAQs, what's up with side effects? Should you still double mask? Why there will be fewer Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccines next week. House Ethics Committee investigating GOP Rep Matt Gaetz of Florida. Can vaccines stop variants? Here's what we know so far. A sigh of relief, crowdfunded cab rides aim to get Asian Americans home safe. Expect more tropical storms, no warns. Help was on the way for shuttered venues, then the website crashed. The following headlines are from The Week. Medical Examiner, George Floyd's primary cause of death was neck compression, not drugs. Taylor Swift fans are burying the old edition of Fearless on Spotify. Brandi Carlile describes how one of the best days of her life involved two vomiting children. Travis Barker seemingly got Courtney tattooed over his heart. The Daily Gossip, Taylor's version, Swifties bury the old version of Fearless, Prince Philip's death is already somehow Meghan Markle's fault, and more. The week's best photojournalism. Pfizer requests expansion of vaccine to adolescents, looks to start vaccinations before next school year. 5 scathingly funny cartoons about MLB versus the GOP. The Week Contest, Deliver Justice. How the failed union drive at Amazon may shape future labor organizing. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Alleghi this week, Stimmy for schools. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. What a Cold War mission reveals about climate change today. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Jupiter could make an ideal dark matter detector. Perseverance takes a selfie with Ingenuity, it's almost time to fly. What are the best ways to search for techno-signatures? These are the news headlines for today, Saturday, April 10th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Star hop to the Coma Star Cluster. How to watch the Mars helicopter's historic first flight. Egyptologists unearth a 3,000-year-old lost golden city. Beta Centauri is a southern pointer star. Leo loses his tail, we gain a constellation. The next news is from Politico. How to stop a pandemic before it starts, illustrated. Biden's first 100 days. How an online Lego gamer infiltrated the White House press corps. State Department revokes security clearance for acting chief of staff to UN ambassador. Biden's borders are to depart amid surge of migrants. Medical examiner blames police pressure for Floyd's death. Republicans draft veteran candidates to reclaim House majority. House Ethics Committee opens Gates investigation. California Workplace Safety Chief tapped to lead OSHA. Pentagon orders new screening procedures to weed out extremists. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. AFL 2021 live updates. Green, Giants taking it up to Pies while Blues have edge against Suns. Saints run over Eagles. Dogs too good for Lions. Australia registered 24th consecutive ODI win and clean sweep against Kiwis. Sensational St Kilda, 10 second-half goals propel Saints to stunning win. Bulldogs finally score, but not enough to trouble Storm. Force of nature McDonald racks up fastest 50 at Randwick. Family unity keeps us alive, the vaccine, border uncertainty and the tyranny of Pacific distance. Sean Burgoyne arrested as Tim O'Brien back for Hawks. This must not be permanent, privacy experts sound alarm over QR codes. Crows into AFLW Grand Final against Lions, but will be without their skipper. Gallery, the best photos from around the world. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Northern Irish leaders meet in bid to end worst violence in years. The big move, I want to build my dream home in New Jersey, but why is there a shortage of lumber, steel, microwaves and even refrigerators? The moneyest, my second husband, 86, and I have 12 kids between us. He wants me to leave him everything, and will pass on the inheritance to my 5 children. Americans are using their $1,400 stimulus checks differently than previous payments. Bookwatch, no more Mozart, American streaming habits reflect what life will sound like after the pandemic. The moneyest, I'm 30, my wife is 34, we saved $350K and I have $325K saved for retirement. Should we pay cash for a home, or take out a mortgage and invest it? Weary of fake news, more Americans are getting their COVID-related news from peer-reviewed medical journals. The moneyest, I received $1,400 stimulus payments because I was also claimed as a dependent. Should I give one back? The moneyest, my wife drinks and gambles our money away, and my adult stepchildren are deadbeats who do drugs and play video games. What can I do? Asia's largest ride-hailing companies appear headed for U.S. markets. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Disclosing AI Inventions, Part 1, Identifying the Unique Disclosure Issues, Lexology. ASU is among the leaders in patents granted, startups launched, AZ Big Media. Other barks and bites for Friday, April 9th, Supreme Court issues major win for Google, Brazil suspends patent term extensions during COVID-19 and CAFC finds no standing for Apple to appeal Qualcomm IPRs, IPWatchdog.com. AAMC, Higher Ed Groups comment on proposed regulation for university patents, AAMC. AI developers, can you still get patents, Lexology. China on a mission to turn junk patents into treasure, Yahoo News. Higher Ed makes America the innovation capital of the world, here's why opinion, the News Journal. NIXA reports full year 2020 results Brussels Stock Exchange, NYXH, Globe Newswire. The next headlines are from Quartz. Oatly's offbeat marketing turned boring alt milk into a $10 billion business. Akon wants to run a Senegal city on cryptocurrency. Could it work? Whale and dolphin brains produce more heat than those of humans. What exactly does that mean? The Banker's Manifesto, Save Shopping, COVID's Colors. DMX's death follows the worst year ever for U.S. opioid deaths. Stocks, a sneaker resale site, is now worth $3.8 billion. The company that modern capitalism couldn't survive long without. Uber is having to move quickly to lure back U.S. drivers. After a 15-year skinny cycle, wide jeans are back. Trump doesn't have to start Trump TV, Fox News is already doing it. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Khloe Kardashian strizens a photo she wanted taken down by issuing takedowns. Content Moderation Case Study, Dealing with Podcast Copycats, 2020. Crime rates drop after the city of Baltimore decides it's not going to waste resources prosecuting minor offenses. MSCHF settles upgraded shoe dispute with Nike and promises, wink, wink, to buy back Satan shoes. Howard Dean is out stumping for big pharma patent protection, no matter how many people in poor countries die as a result. Daily Deal, Minolta MN673 Mini LCD Projector. Oracle's projection, as it accuses Google of snooping on you, it has built a huge data operation that it doesn't want regulated. Wall Street analysts say Musk's Starlink poses no real threat to traditional broadband. Game publishers, if your DRM, anti-cheat software does creepy installs, warn your customers first. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this Daily News Headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. WrestleMania 37. Natasha Bedingfield. Joe Musgrove. John Walker. Bulls. Matthew Wolf. Belly. Travis Barker. Apparel. Busta Rhymes. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Big offers, Fury reveals Russia is vying with Qatar, Saudi Arabia, US and more to host mega fight with Dawser Joshua, video. Fine with a fine, Olympic accepts all-time high $2.8 billion penalty from Chinese antitrust regulator. Professor argues that Mario Kart could inspire fair economic system. Transgender woman initially denied transfer to female prison in Israel due to masculine appearance, media. Russians' lack of sympathy for Navalny may be partly down to constant lies about the country from West's media and political classes. Belfast protests, burning car rams into police line as nightly rioting continues, video. Russia's Alrosa sees diamond sales triple for second month in row as demand in US and China remains strong. Donbass crisis, domestic political battles in Kiev, Moscow and Washington could see Ukraine and Russia stumbling into war nobody wants. Google accused of allowing advertisers to search for white supremacist keywords on YouTube, including All Lives Matter. Nearly 40% of Marines have rejected coronavirus vaccine as Dems call on Biden admin to make shots mandatory for troops, reports. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Infrastructure bills do not lead to recovery, only increased federal control. Remains of alien planet lurk deep within Earth's mantle, researchers suggest. Kissinger warns Washington, accept new global system or face a pre-World War I geopolitical situation. What was the Vatican searching for when they built secret tunnel under Jerusalem Church? Is 2021's fictional cyber attack simulation prepping us for a cyber pandemic? Morning traffic congestion is returning to New York. Canada to censor hurtful comments about politicians, implement internet kill switch. New Neuralink video purportedly shows monkey playing video games using its mind. Section 230 isn't the problem, payment networks are. Top carbon credit seller launches internal probe after selling worthless offsets to JP Morgan, Disney. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Greek PM demands swift probe into journalist's murder. Unconventional journalists, from Tom Wolfe to Ghassan Kanafani. Vaccine shortages hit poor countries as global deliveries stall. How to invest in RNA vaccines that could revolutionize medicine. Fresh COVID lockdowns worldwide as vaccine efforts stumble. Amina Mohammed, a woman as president of Nigeria would be great. Mumbai in lockdown as Indian vaccines run short. Veteran ruler Guelleh re-elected Djibouti leader for 5th term. Venezuela detains Sinaloa cartel members in clash near Colombia. China finds a Lippable record $2.75 billion for anti-monopoly violations. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Navy's official Twitter account features bald eagle wearing surgical mask. Padilla, Newsom recall as GOP attacking Newsom because of Trump's failures on COVID. CNN's Lemon, Tucker Carlson is mainstreaming white supremacist propaganda to your neighbors. White House misleadingly using former Trump advisor Gary Cohn to sell Joe Biden tax hike. TX Mayor, border wouldn't be such a madhouse if it had same fence as Capitol, we haven't heard from the administration. Watch, U.S. spent $6 million per day to house unaccompanied migrant children. Watch, return of catch and release drives migrant surge to U.S., says Texas border city mayor. Exclusive Kabach, the Kansas legislature votes to reduce the age for concealed carry. GOP senators slam Biden on his disappointing defense budget. House Ethics Committee investigating GOP reps Matt Gaetz and Tom Reed. The next headlines are from UPI News. Work errand to buy dish soap leads man to $1 million lottery jackpot. Watch, overturned tractor-trailer spills syrup onto Pennsylvania highway. Watch, Boston woman rescued after sinking into mud near the beach. Watch, Massachusetts woman reunited with missing dog after 5 years. Watch, lightning strike destroys tree outside Wisconsin high school. Look, British police wrangle escaped llama. Japanese woman, 90, named world's oldest office manager. Look, large snake photographed in tree at Pittsburgh Park. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. Ohio Fun Facts That You Want to Know, Part 1. Weddings and Animal Crossing, or How the Pandemic Changed the Internet. Top 7 Coolest Trucks Available Today. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Archaeologists discover dazzling 3,000-year-old Egyptian city, left as if it were yesterday. Saudi Arabia plans to plant 50 billion trees and reduce carbon emissions by 60%. Branson-backed company captures megatons of carbon injected into concrete and Amazon is building their HQ with it. For International Dark Sky Week, here are some city-adjacent locations for viewing celestial wonders. This cancer-surviving Girl Scout broke the record, selling 32K boxes of cookies, with proceeds going to sick kids. Travel agent helps aging veteran pilot pals go on Dream Boys trip, without costing them a dime. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Saturday, April 10th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Her baby's taken, she died alone in a police cell, the victim of a problem Australia cannot seem to fix. DMX obituary, rap star and actor who embodied the edgy and lawless life depicted in his work. Imposters steal restaurant names in delivery app deception. El Paso man kept 29 bags of money while working in armor delivery service, police say. Woman gets pregnant while already pregnant. Hasbro's new $700 Optimus Prime toy can finally transform all on its own. Chainsaw Massacre, Surrey police hunt for phantom lumberjack. UK news. Naval mine washes ashore in Lauderdale by the sea. Giant lizard climbed shelves of Thai supermarket in search of food. Video. Ted Nugent demands to know why we didn't shut down for COVID-19. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Physicists working with Microsoft think the universe is a self-learning computer. Adventures with AI, can computer vision and GPT-3 get me fit? What separates a good manager from a bad one? Beasting. G-Cloud is unlimited cloud space to back up all your mobile devices, all for just $39.99. Watch humans drive slowly in Elon Musk's revolutionary $52 tunnel. This is why China and Russia want to build a base on the moon. Watch a cyborg monkey play Pong with its mind, thanks to Elon Musk's Neuralink. Here's why you should quit. Are wind-powered cars a reality or just science fiction? Google has a secret block list that hides YouTube hate videos from advertisers, but it's full of holes. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Unsettling currents, warm water flowing beneath the Doomsday Glacier. Stress from work and social interactions put women at higher coronary heart disease risk. Optically active defects improve carbon nanotubes. Abrupt ice age climate changes behave like cascading dominoes. Discovery could help lengthen lifespan of electronic devices. Masculine traits linked to better parenting for some dads. Pre-seismic atmospheric radon anomaly associated with 2018 Northern Osaka earthquake. Metabolic changes in fat tissue and obesity associated with adverse health effects. Glass injection molding. Asulfasugar from green vegetables promotes the growth of important gut bacteria. The next headlines are from Information Week. How the pandemic changed data analytics and BI in the enterprise. How to submit a column to Information Week. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Saturday, April 10th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. Coverage set for NASA's SpaceX Crew 2 briefings, events, broadcasts. El Helicóptero de Marte de la NASA intenta realizar su primer vuelo el domingo. Acting NASA Administrator Statement on Agency FY 2022 Discretionary Request. NASA's Mars helicopter to make first flight attempt Sunday. NASA astronaut Mark Van Hay, crewmates arrive safely at space station. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Here's where you'll still have to wear a mask after Utah's mandate ends Saturday. Wellington police chief fired after alleged sexual harassment. Utahns will still have to wear masks at organized events after state mandate expires. Photos, Mary W. Jackson Elementary students set off rockets to honor their school's namesake. Cache County Sheriff warns against unconstitutional gun control. SLC first responders complete training geared at interactions with those with sensory needs. Utah football returns Devin Lloyd, Nephi Sewell, but linebacker position could get even better once Ethan Calvert arrives. Righty, lefty, Utah Jazz center Rudy Gobert came to his basketball skills with a two-handed approach. Utah County Clerk Auditor called employer gay Democratic assistant, according to harassment investigation. One day before convention, more controversy emerges in Salt Lake County Republican Party. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Data center backup generator kicks in during power outage and catches fire. Glass molded like plastic could usher in new era of complex glass shapes. U.S. arrests suspect who wanted to blow up Oz data center. New, reversible CRISPR method can control gene expression while leaving DNA sequence unchanged. Tay Technologies claims landmark in fusion energy, sees commercialization by 2030. Research says Facebook's ad algorithm perpetuates gender bias. Customs and Border Protection paid $700,000 to encrypted app Wicker. 300 NVIDIA GPU seized after high-speed boat chase. Myanmar's internet suppression. Neuralink releases videos of monkey playing Pong with its brain. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Father of Chesterfield teen killed by drugs gives emotional statement to man responsible in court. St. Louis County bars and restaurants celebrate relaxed COVID restrictions. Honda recalls over 628,000 U.S. vehicles to replace fuel pumps. Sloth neurologist discusses study showing link between COVID and mental health disorders. Large tree falls on car in Forest Park leaving one person injured. FEMA vaccine clinic sees big increase in turnout for those wanting shot, walk-ins welcome. Ball wins Scorpion Wrangler on Game of Talents. Second Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine available in St. Louis for those who took road trip for first dose. Teenagers lining up to get COVID vaccine as more Missourians eligible. NTSB investigates death at Railroad Missouri train facility. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. 8 injured including children in multi-vehicle crash. High Court halts California virus rules limiting home worship. Thousands of San Diego Unified students return to in-person learning next week. Man convicted of murder in pot shop shootout denied reduced sentence. Man seriously hurt in Mission Valley hit and run. County reports 202 new COVID-19 infections, 8 more deaths. Hometown no-no, Joe Musgrove tosses Padres' first no-hitter and win over Rangers. East County residents continue fight to keep predators out of neighborhood. San Diego man helps locate sunken World War II ship and deepest wreck dive in history. San Diego-Tijuana third border crossing closer to reality. The next headlines are from SpookNews.com. Crown seeks 9 years for insidious basketball coach who filmed player CBC News. Prince Harry expected to return to UK for grandfather Prince Philip's funeral. Why do Huawei's inventions look oddly familiar? New evidence Sharon Carter is Falcon and Winter Soldier's power broker. DocuSafe, an app that acts as your own secret evidence room. How to find out who's stalking you, Google phone app to the rescue. The Wispy Review, best Android spy app of 2021 so far. France detains chef, collector over secret luxury dinners in Paris. Putin critic found strangled after killer stage scene to cover murder. George Galloway accuses BBC of being seated with nationalists after Russia baiting interview. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. U.S. Navy completes effectiveness test of new radio frequency countermeasure. Russia scrambles fighter jet against RC-135W Rivet joint spy plane. U.S. Air Force C-17 Globemaster III transport aircraft caught fire on runway. Northrop Grumman's Firebird multi-sensor aircraft demonstrates operational flexibility. U.S. Air Force pilot spotted with Russian patch. U.S. Marine Corps successfully tests new cargo drones. South Korea rolls out prototype of new KF-21 Borami fighter jet. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. Chinese TV shows censor foreign fashion brands as Xinjiang Cotton Row continues. China's Uber for trucks to IPO in the U.S. at $30 billion valuation. More Chinese women are buying homes than ever before, report. To Be a Woman, a feminist showcase by young Chinese directors. The Grieving and the Grievable. The yin and yang worlds of a Chinese literary outlier. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Saturday, April 10th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. San Jose businesses call for permanent street closures for outdoor dining. Multiple dog tags among odd items found in 445-pound gator stomach. Alleged Boogaloo militia members charged in deaths of 2 officers. California health officials expect less COVID-19 vaccines in coming weeks. 6-year-old daughter helps save dad struck in Antioch and run. San Jose business owner encouraged by police response after recent burglaries. Parts of Bay Area enter extreme drought classifications. Lawmakers call on Governor Newsom to declare a drought state of emergency. CA leaders push to vaccinate Latinx communities. Fresno police officer fired after alleged Proud Boys connection. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. St. Vincent awaits new volcanic explosions as help arrives. Musgrove throws no-hitter as Padres beat Rangers 3-0. Jokic leads Nuggets to 8th straight win by beating Spurs. Hometown no-no, Musgrove no-hitter for Padres vs Rangers. Bridges leads Hornets to 127-119 win over short-handed Bucks. U-Haul truck stuck under roof of Long Grove's covered bridge. $750,000 cash bond for Des Plaines man charged in crash that killed 3. McHenry County Clerk releases new, corrected election results. District 25 Board remains divided in vote approving daily in-person learning. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. 3 new light rail stations in Seattle's Northgate Link extension set to open in October. City to allow more drivers to use West Seattle's Lower Spokane Street Bridge. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Iraq, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC, Namibia, Zambia. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Mexico. Drought is ongoing in Malawi, Mozambique. Drought is ongoing in Afghanistan, China, Iran, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Bolivia, Brazil. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 6.1 m, depth 311.31 km, in Indonesia October 4, 2021, 9:30 UTC, about 6,000 people within 100 kilometers. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 10 km, in Antarctica October 4, 2021, 7:14 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 6 m, depth 82.28 km, in Indonesia October 4, 2021, 7 o'clock UTC, 9,380,000 people within 100 kilometers. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Saturday, April 10th in the Greenwich Mean Time time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Front clearing through, dry air filters in this weekend. Reactions pour in following announcement of rapper DMX's death. Dad of Klein teen allegedly kidnapped and raped, emotionally, she's a wreck. 5 years later and family of 11-year-old boy stabbed to death while walking home still seeking justice. Schools say they haven't seen promised $19 billion in federal stimulus aid. Pfizer asks FDA to expand use of COVID vaccine to teens ages 12-15. Judges order women suing Deshaun Watson to disclose names. Teens charged after allegedly robbing 12-year-old at gunpoint in Humble. Longtime Republican Caitlyn Jenner considering run for California governor. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. After Amazon, labor tries to regroup in wake of Alabama loss. The latest, mourners leave flowers again in Philip's memory. The latest, Indian states warn of COVID-19 vaccine shortages. The latest, gun salutes to mark Prince Philip's death. Chasing Ledecky, Leah Smith keeps coming after U.S. star. Masters Day 2, as Rose wilts, a pursuing pack closes in. Stalled at first jab, vaccine shortages hit poor countries. Explainer what is behind the latest unrest in Ireland. Bowling for ratings, Fox PBA partnership a success so far. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra extra, are we in for a post-vaccination PDA boom this summer? Central Park Conservancy wants to take over Woolman Ice Rink. An Oath Keeper did security for the Capitol rally. Now, he's a Republican candidate for NJ Assembly. At Coney Island reopening, Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul dodges questions about Cuomo. Photos, Coney Island joyfully reopens after 18-month shutdown. Map, these NYC zip codes saw the most pandemic move-outs. Iconic rapper DMX has died at 50. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Real estate billionaire Stephen Ross gives $500,000 cash infusion to new super PAC. Early edition, the Gowanus Canal is on the verge of being clean. Then what? We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. The more you learn, the more you earn, education and poverty alleviation in Thailand. Without access to vaccines, COVID will continue widening inequality everywhere. Low-income countries have received just 0.2% of all COVID-19 shots given. UN chief welcomes IMF and World Bank measures to address COVID-related debt crisis. Palestinians are suffering from hunger, poverty, conflict and a global pandemic. UN Rights Office urges protection, investigation, after latest clashes in West Darfur. Rohingya children find refuge in education. In the secretive world of government-to-government lending, 100 Chinese debt contracts offer a trove of new information. Clash of cultures, is it real or a smokescreen? The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Scientists, mass extinction is coming as organisms flee the equator. Biden's borders are stepping down as crisis deepens, criticism mounts. Regime and CCP, propaganda tools for dissociating a targeted nation from its government. Report, Brits at bars will have to register on government tracking app, hand over phones. What Bitcoiners need to understand about the Matt Gaetz sex scandal. Saw posts video showing how you can fly without ID. Over 170,000 illegal immigrants flood the U.S. in March, most in a decade. YouTube purges Florida governor video over claims children don't need to wear masks. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Disneyland Avengers Campus gets June debut after long delay. Stats pioneer Bill James, don't blame us for boring baseball. University of Kentucky mistakenly sends 500,000 acceptances. Nurse, capturing the feeling of a nation, gets stuck in mud. Did the CDC say racism is a threat to public health? Explainer, contributing factors in Floyd death key to case. Did 4 states halt administration of J&J vaccine due to safety concerns? Did Joe Gordon strike out to keep Larry Doby from looking bad? Is this dog whiner pink crayon real? Did Marco Rubio send a scathing letter to MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred? We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. This boxed cold brew keeps me caffeinated all day long. DMX was a casualty in America's war on black men. An overdue path to justice for adult sexual assault survivors. Could Prince Philip's death lead the Queen to give up the throne? Why racist Hulk Hogan hasn't earned our forgiveness. It's time we fully appreciate Christopher Meloni's juicy ass. How Bolsonaro sees Trump's crown as the world's worst COVID leader. Joss Whedon's creepy fingerprints are all over HBO's The Nevers. Greg Gutfeld proves, yet again, that conservative comedies just stuff your drunk aunt yells at a wedding. Usain Bolt wants to be the DJ Khaled of dance hall. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Emmanuel quickly smashes through funk just in time for Knicks. Supreme Court stops California from limiting at-home worship. Shohei Ohtani belts homer, drives in 4 as Angels rip Blue Jays. Defending Masters champ Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka miscut. Georgia site is 4th in U.S. to pause Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. 25 facts you should know about the total solar eclipse on April 8, 2024. The sky this week. The moon meets Uranus. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Carbon dioxide levels highest they've been in over 3 million years, NOAA. Why Earth's most beloved creatures are headed toward extinction. Soyuz launch kicks off space station crew rotation. California to devote $536 million in fight against devastating wildfires. 3,000-year-old lost golden city unearthed in Egypt. Source of Piney Point wastewater leak undergoing repairs. California to allocate $536 million to prepare for wildfire season. COVID variants complicate U.S. recovery efforts as children lead the latest surge of cases. Vaccine sites close after reactions to Johnson & Johnson shot. Experts forecast abnormally active hurricane season. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. Elon Musk's firm Neuralink has the tech to build a real Jurassic Park, co-founder says. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Ray Lambert, D-Day survivor, World War II torchbearer, dies at 100. 4 gray whales wash up dead in 9 days in San Francisco Bay Area. Congressional staffer dies in Death Valley, wife rescued. Mrs. Sri Lanka 2020 surrenders crown after ripping it from the head of Mrs. Sri Lanka 2021. Brain of SC shooting suspect and its NFL player Philip Adams to be tested for CTE. Southern California city wrongfully seized beach resort from black family in 1924. Now county wants to return it. Bar-ending mom busted when cops find cocaine on Dr. Seuss book in her home, report. Hip-hop icon DMX, chart-topping rapper and movie star, dead at age 50. Atlantic City casino profits dropped 80% in 2020 due to COVID. New York ethics panel taking steps in unnamed investigative matters after closed-door meeting. The following headlines are from military.com. Pentagon announces tougher extremism screenings for new military recruits. Army's Precision Grenadier program is about to face its first real test. 2 Virginia police officers threatened and assaulted service member during illegal stop, lawsuit claims. Police, off-duty Pentagon officer charged with second-degree murder in fatal shooting. Attorney General charged in fatal crash announces promotion in Army Reserves. Navy warships could head into the Black Sea as Russia-Ukraine tensions escalate. CNO, fatal AAV accident revealed gaps between Navy, Marine Corps that need attention. For decades, women were discharged from the military for pregnancy. Now a lawmaker wants to restore their benefits. Prince Philip once lit up enemy ships during a bloody nighttime World War II naval battle. Biden's first budget request sidelines defense spending in favor of massive domestic investments. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Whenever a tragedy like this happens, we come together as one. Car caravan kicks off in Lawndale, ends downtown to draw attention to police shooting death of 13-year-old Adam Toledo. Italian-American group calls for restoring Columbus statue in Chicago's Arrigo Park. Man who was with Adam Toledo at time of police shooting is back in custody as more charges are considered, sources say. Mayor calls for police foot chase policy after shooting of young Adam Toledo, but to what shape it takes is an open question. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, new daily record of COVID-19 vaccine doses administered for the second day in a row. State reports 4,004 new cases and 21 additional deaths. COVID-19 cases are up in more vaccinated parts of Chicago. One possible reason, people are dropping their guard. Nothing less than a giant, rapper DMX dies at 50 after suffering heart attack. Column, it's National Poetry Month. Here are 9 good poems to help you make it through life. Calumet City man dies 2 weeks after police-involved shooting. The Spin, Adam Kinzinger vs. Matt Gaetz. Southside Bakery visited by Harris pulled into border controversy. Judge sides with lawmakers who sued to collect pay increases they voted against. The following headlines are from FIS.org. In Houston, a race to vaccinated student population. 4 gray whales found in San Francisco Bay Area in 9 days. 2 dead whales wash up on Bangladesh beach. NASA space copter ready for first Mars flight. All aboard, next stop space. New research reveals secret to Jupiter's curious aurora activity. Hubble takes a spiral snapshot. French winemakers count cost of worst frost in decades. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Saturday, April 10th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. We don't really know what's in pre-workout supplements. Can trees heal heart disease? 5 kitchen sink science experiments to try at home. The eruption at La Soufriere on St. Vincent takes an explosive turn. The paradox of internet famous wilderness. Is plant protein better for you and the planet? The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Why did the start button on my monitor screen stop working? Leading off, Judge still sore, Jays Hernandez to C19 IL. Brazilian, U.S. surfers win opening WSL event in Australia. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Word Game, April 10, 2021. Bridge, April 10, 2021. Horoscopes April 10, 2021, Alex Pettifer, there is no time to waste. Harriet Cole, I believe music reflects the soul, and my boyfriend's is pathetic. Miss Manners, he was a lovely man, but his wardrobe malfunction made things awkward. Dear Abby, I feel belittled by my estranged wife's behavior. Ask Amy, my husband is a snoop, and I cannot make him stop. Photos, Bay Area High School Football Week 5, weekend coverage. Bay Area High School Football, Friday scores, Saturday schedule. Friday's Prep Football Roundup, Camp Orlando, St. Ignatius, Liberty, Saratoga among winners. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. 80 years later, they still love basketball and each other. 44-year wait over for Cologne family who never lost hope. Actors, raw emotions from COVID-19 to fuel drama for years. FBI profiler donates files 25 years after Unabomber arrest. Families traumatized by violence face crime scene cleanup. Gimmick attorney helps wrestlers trademark their characters. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Research says Facebook's ad algorithm perpetuates gender bias. Inside the winning fight for reparations in Athens, Georgia. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Saturday, April 10, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Better metric for thermoelectric materials means better design strategies. Resilience against replay attacks in computer systems. To nodle it or not, uncovering how nitrate regulates gene expression in legumes. Obesity is linked to heavy periods and impaired womb repair. Interleukin-33 involved in immunity to SARS-CoV-2. Men with low health literacy less likely to choose active surveillance for prostate cancer after tumor profiling. Pillar of support, breakthrough discovery could speed up bone implant recovery. Study investigates link between lactation and visceral, pericardial fat. CO2 mitigation on Earth and magnesium civilization on Mars. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. 4 QBs the Bears could consider on the draft's second day. Missing Indiana woman could be in extreme danger, police. Armed robberies reported in South Shore. 17-year-old boy killed, 2 critically hurt, in Bridgeport shooting. 1 killed, 1 seriously hurt in Brainerd fire. Horoscope for Saturday, April 10, 2021. How the Super 25 fared in Week 4. Peter Anderson, Brian Smith-Key Barrington second half comeback win against Fremd. 1 shot on I-290 near Cicero Avenue. Hometown no-no, Padres Joe Musgrove no-hits Rangers. The feed from the Riverfront Times St. Louis has been removed for putting advertisements in its news RSS feed. Fox News is already going after St. Louis Mayor-elect Tishora Jones. Meet the Electric Toothbrush Sisters, St. Louis' favorite new father-daughter band. Tower Grove Farmers Market returns this weekend with a welcome new normal. All Missouri adults now eligible for COVID-19 vaccine. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. Detroit native Sean Robinson partnered with evangelist Bishop T.D. Jakes as executive producer for Lifetime's Lust series. Blast Auxiliary Portable AC Reviews, 2021, Scam or Legit Classic Desktop Air Conditioner? Detroit-based cannabis company will donate $1 from each jar of pot sold toward planting trees in Africa. Michigan lawmaker aims to ban vaccine passports. Whitmer calls for personal responsibility over more restrictions as COVID-19 surges. Good luck with that. Rap Manoogian, time to push the For the People Act over the finish line. Grand Traverse official faces federal lawsuit after flashing gun during public meeting. Opponents of Michigan's proposed trans sports ban are working to educate people about its dangers. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Saturday, April 10, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Rusty Hardin on going to trial with Watson plaintiffs. Oh, absolutely. Houston area COVID vaccinations on the rise as Abbott bans vaccine passports statewide. Find a confluence of art and nature on Bayou Greenway Trail. A busy HISD board renames Wilson Montessori, re-ups with Teach for America and adopts new calendar. Openings and closings, Fedgens debuts, Acme Oyster House opens. Indie trio Getters debuts new single Blindsided. Rusty hardened files motion to reveal Deshaun Watson accusers' identities. Houston's 5 best weekend food bets, Black Restaurant Week and crawfish galore. Reviews for the uneasily quarantined, Mafi. The next headlines are about world records making news. White ferns cannot stop Australia's OD world record winning streak in season finale, Stuff Co. NZ. HKU engineering student team developed a robotic fish sets world record for the second time, India Education Diary. The warehouse at CC Creations receives world record title from Guinness World Record, KBTX. Super Mario Bros. On NES has a new, impossible world record, CNET. Moorcroft's World 5000 record remembered, Athletics Weekly. Criticism of the Australian women's cricket team's new world record shows female players are still fighting sexism, ABC News. 3000 HP Lamborghini Huracan obliterates 1/4 mile world record, Car Buzz. China sets world record for deep-sea drilling in disputed South China Sea, oilprice.com. The warehouse at CC Creations holds Guinness World Record, WTAW. Nashville artist Vine to set world record for most live performances in 24 hours, newschannel5.com. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Man who swears he's not a dumbass arrested for attempting to murder the internet. Reddit's reportedly cooking up its own Clubhouse-like voice chat feature. Cybercriminals bought Facebook ads for a fake Clubhouse app that was riddled with malware. Tons of invisible asteroid and comet dust falls on us every year. Don't blame the ACLU for Facebook's ills. Peter Thiel-backed psychedelics firm buys majority of brain control interface firm. The 10 best deals of April 9, 2021. Chronic stuffy nose linked to changes in brain activity, study finds. The NFT bubble might be bursting, but streamers and esports orgs are still getting in on it. We're archiving Yahoo Answers so you'll always know how Babby is formed. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Linguère in Senegal at 115.34 degrees Fahrenheit or 46.3 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Concordia in Antarctica at minus 95.98 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 71.1 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Apple M1 hardware support merged into Linux 5.13. Russia cries sabotage after Slovakia questions quality of Sputnik vaccine. Google says the Pixel 5a will launch, but only in 2 countries. The big advance in Elon Musk's plum-playing monkey is what you cannot see. GoldenEye successor unofficially unlocked as free bonus inside another game. No password required, mobile carrier exposes data for millions of accounts. Report, Samsung may change course and begin selling all TVs. 100,000 people ask Biden, will ya break that 2-2 FCC deadlock already? How a speedrunner broke Super Mario Bros. Biggest barrier. Florida sues USA, CDC to get people back on cruise ships. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Meghan McCain's husband makes a big reveal about Joe Biden. Busted, Mike Pence quietly adds hate group leader to advisory board of his new organization. Exclusive, leaked chats show Proud Boys integral to planning for White Lives Matter rallies. Watch, class war sends Larry Kudlow from fear to denial, in under 30 seconds. Is political comedy dead in the Biden era? Republican threatened congressman on the floor of Congress, and the victim served as his best man. Michelle Bachmann goes berserk on John Boehner for calling Fox News viewers lunatics. Watch, Bill Maher roasts Matt Gaetz over salacious sex scandals. Trump world refuses to defend Matt Gaetz, won't even do it anonymously, report. Kansas GOP votes to oust Gene Sulatrup as Senate Majority Leader after DUI arrest scandal, report. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Now will Tusks have a tale to tell, and not a good one. The House Ethics Committee is investigating Matt Gaetz. What the Derek Chauvin trial tells us about police use of force. Alabama vote is the latest in a long string of labor defeats in the South. Progressives are already pissed about Joe Biden's defense budget. An ex-Google lobbyist who backed Jim Jordan is leading big technicians' bid to court the left. After mass shootings, NRA leader regularly hid out on yachts in fear for his safety. Facebook let Trump lie America into an insurrection. Will it stop other leaders from doing worse? So far Biden is taking right-wing extremism seriously, but actually fixing the problem will be a lot harder. The most important pandemic industry you've never thought of. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. UFO reports surged during the pandemic, The New York Times. Book review, a zoologist imagines what alien life might look like, Undark magazine. Earth's crust mineralogy drives what's what for intraterrestrial life, Uric alert. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. Artificial stimulus response system capable of conscious response, science advances. Deep learning model to predict complex stress and strain fields in hierarchical composites, science advances. Live life fully, raising your happiness set point, Charleston Gazette Mail. Full text, GM1 gangliosidosis, mechanisms and management TACG, Dove Medical Press. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Saturday, April 10, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. New photos of recent military UFO encounters remain a mystery to officials. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Saturday, April 10, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News.i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno@xenomails2021 by News.i8. All rights reserved. Instagram,